The Israel-Iran conflict is now one of the world's most dangerous flashpoints, but it wasn't always this way. Before 1979, Israel and Iran were quiet partners, sharing intelligence, oil, and strategic interests as non-Arab powers in a volatile region. This partnership ended abruptly with Iran's Islamic Revolution. The new regime, led by Ayatollah Khomeini, severed ties and branded Israel an enemy, calling it the Little Satan. Iran's foreign policy shifted overnight, making hostility toward Israel a core principle. The former allies became bitter rivals, setting the stage for decades of covert conflict and proxy wars. The seeds of today's crisis were sown in that revolutionary year, transforming the Middle East forever. After 1979, Israel and Iran fought a shadow war through proxies and covert operations. Iran built the Axis of Resistance, supporting groups like Hezbollah, Hamas, and the Houthis to challenge Israel indirectly. These proxies turned Israel's borders into active conflict zones, with Tehran pulling the strings from afar. Meanwhile, Iran's secret nuclear program emerged as Israel's greatest fear. Israel responded with sabotage, cyber attacks like Stuxnet, and targeted assassinations of Iranian nuclear scientists. The 2015 nuclear deal briefly eased tensions, but the U.S. withdrawal in 2018 reignited the nuclear standoff. Proxy battles and nuclear anxieties have kept the region on a knife's edge for decades. The shadow war exploded into open conflict in 2023 and 2024. Hamas's October 2023 attack on Israel, backed by Iran, triggered a massive Israeli response and drew in other Iranian proxies. In April 2024, Israel struck Iran's consulate in Damascus, killing senior Iranian commanders, a major escalation. Iran retaliated with its first-ever direct missile and drone attack on Israel, shattering old rules of engagement. Israel answered with a strike inside Iran, and a cycle of assassinations and missile attacks followed. By late 2024, direct state-on-state warfare had replaced decades of proxy conflict. The era of shadow wars was over. Open confrontation had begun. In June 2025, the conflict erupted into full-scale war. Israel, fearing Iran was close to a nuclear bomb, launched Operation Rising Lion, hundreds of airstrikes on Iranian military and nuclear sites. Iran responded with waves of missiles and drones targeting Israeli cities, overwhelming defenses and causing civilian casualties. The fighting intensified. Israeli jets struck deep into Iran, while Iranian missiles hit Tel Aviv, Haifa, and even the U.S. Embassy. Hundreds died, thousands were wounded, and both nations suffered devastating losses. High-level assassinations and attacks on nuclear facilities escalated the crisis. Diplomatic efforts collapsed, and the world watched as the region teetered on the brink of a wider war. The old red lines were gone, now only uncertainty and the threat of further catastrophe remain.